You know, in this debate over financial reform, we're missing something very important. We're missing an opportunity to really change the economy back to a normal economy that benefits the people. And I want to start by saying this: Wall Street is no General Motors. And here's what I mean by that. I think over the last few months, and certainly over the last few years, we've had too many politicians, our billionaire mayor, our 2 United States senators, including my opponent, and certainly the traditional media, giving us the rap that Wall Street is such a central engine to the economy, particularly in New York. Well, on the face of it, that's just wrong. When you look at how many jobs were lost during the current crisis, 5 times the number of jobs were lost outside Wall Street than were lost in Wall Street. And the fact of the matter is that all these economic decisions, all those economic calculations about Wall Street's effect on the general economy are based on models that I believe are incorrect. But here's the most important part. Let's look at General Motors and the General Motors model versus the Wall Street model. General Motors had CEOs that were paid, admittedly, too much also, but nowhere near the scale of income and salaries and benefits that came to Wall Street executives. And most important, General Motors was unionized. So the revenues that were coming into General Motors and other auto companies were spread throughout the workforce. So tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of workers in the auto industry got decent wages, got benefits, and got real pensions. On the other hand, at Wall Street, the secretaries, the clerks, the regular people didn't get paid very well, and they certainly got a small sliver of the revenues that came into those companies. Most of that wealth went to the elite. 25 hedge fund managers in 2009 each made $1 billion. Think about that, $1 billion. And in Wall Street, not surprisingly, it's essentially a non-union sector. So General Motors and Wall Street are very, very different models. And the Wall Street model that we have, even before the crisis, was not good for the economy. Wall Street became too big. And let's look at what Wall Street did. Wall Street helped finance the leverage buyouts that other companies wanted to create in order to just create more riches for the CEOs. Those leverage buyouts eliminate hundreds of thousands of good paying jobs. Jobs that Americans had that would lead to the middle class, that would lead to the American dream. So I believe we're missing an opportunity. What we should be looking at is not just trying to make sure there aren't excesses on Wall Street. We should be cutting down the size of Wall Street and its role in the economy. There's an important role for bankers to play in our economy. They create capital and pull together capital for small businesses. They make sure that you and I can get car loans and home loans and loans to pay for our kids' education. But we should not have Wall Street that is so big and allow a Wall Street to dominate in our economy, mainly because they're engaged in behavior like leverage buyouts and just simply shoveling more profits into the hands of a few CEOs. We should not allow them to dominate our economy in that way, and we should cut them down to size. That's what I'm going to aim for if I'm elected to the United States Senate.